A fatal crash shut down all lanes north and southbound on I-75 in Gainesville yesterday. The accident killed one person and left 4 others injured, and some lanes were still closed until this morning. That's our top story this Thursday, November 19th. I'm James Torres.
And I'm Connor Ingalls, filling in for Jenna Sands. Thanks for joining us. The injured were taken to UF Health Shands and North Florida Regional Medical Center. WUFT's Darling Hill reports. All lanes of the interstate were back open early this morning. A University of Florida student died during an ROTC training exercise today. The student was Landon Rogers, a freshman exploratory major and recent graduate from Eastside High School. Rogers died at Percy Beard Track while working out with ROTC. University of Florida police officials say Rogers collapsed while running. Rogers' friends and classmates say they're shocked and saddened that this happened to such a wonderful person. The Florida rain started up last night and we haven't had much of a break today.
Yeah, not much at all in UF forecast.
Thanks, Rebecca. French authorities confirmed today that the mastermind of the Paris attacks is dead.
The female suicide bomber was also identified.
In Washington, the fight over how to prevent an ISIS attack in the U.S. got more divisive today. The House passed a bill to pause President Obama's plan to bring 10,000 Syrian refugees to the U.S. They voted to delay implementation of President Obama's plan and subject the refugees to intensive screening. Threatening a veto, President Obama said refugees are not a danger, but Republicans insist this is a necessary precaution.
We know that there are gaps in this program and we have to keep the country safe. And that is why this pause is necessary.
Senate Democrats focused on the millions of visitors to the U.S., proposing a full investigation of anyone who's been to Syria before they come to the U.S., and House Republicans say they might go along with that.
You're watching WUFT TV News.
Welcome back. It's World Antibiotics Awareness Week, a week-long public health campaign that was declared by the World Health Organization.
And because of this, several new studies have been released that may surprise you. Laura Barrero joins us in the newsroom.
And that's not all we have for our health and medical news.
WFT's Daniel Prinz collects items to share each Thursday and joins us now.
When you think about access, 2 to 5 cups of coffee. A lot of us in the newsroom have to be definitely reaching that threshold.
Yeah, I actually don't drink coffee. Maybe it's time to start.
Yeah, but I can get why it keeps you so alive. And after 2 or 3 cups of coffee, I'm pretty jolted myself. But Danielle, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, we've had plenty of wet weather this week in North Central Florida.
But Rebecca is tracking some changes to come next week. Rebecca. Thanks, Rebecca. Tonight for Thursday Night Football, the Jaguars are back in Jacksonville.
That's right, and they'll be sporting some new uniforms. WUFT sports anchor Sarah Mack joins us now.
That's right, guys. Well, guys, but throwing it back to the FAU-UF game this weekend, there are 53 players between UF and FAU that have either played against each other or with each other, all coming from 16 different high schools around the state of Florida.
With these kids knowing each other, expect FAU to come out fired up on Saturday.
Definitely such a small world, too. Sarah, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, as the holidays approach, the big city got a big donation.
That's right. One woman has taken the phrase season of giving to a whole new level. New York City's Carol Suchman bought the entire contents of a toy store to give away to charity. After seeing a shuttered toy and stationery store in the West Village with a for rent sign, she made a deal with the owner to buy everything inside. She then bagged up the thousands of toys, stuffed animals, and even school supplies herself and donated it all to the city's Department of Homeless Services. Thanks to Suchman's toy buying spree, thousands of homeless children in the city will have at least one present to open.
That's such a cool story. Before we go, let's get one last check on the weather. All right, Rebecca, thank you. We'll be back tomorrow at 5, but your Florida news is always on at WUFT.org.
Here on WUFT TV, BBC World News is up next, and the PBS NewsHour is coming up at 7 o'clock. Have a good night.